Good morning, Bickies. How's it going? It's Tara. I hope you're all great this morning. It is sunny. I'm in Dublin, Ireland. I am in great old form. It's mad what a bit of sunshine does to the old brain cells. Woohoo! It's brilliant. There's a taste of summer there. Like, can you feel it? I definitely can anyway. I hope you're feeling good today, wherever you are. You're tuned to the Biscuit Box live every Wednesday at 11 a.m. I know I'm a tiny bit late. Yes. I know. Giving out to myself internally. But sure, you got to roll with it, gang. You got to roll with it. So this morning, I want to talk to you guys about something, and it's just me today, by the way. I don't have a guest on today, boo-hoo. I love when guests come on, but I don't have a guest today. It's just me. I want to talk to you guys about something that this topic was highlighted to me. I was doing a one-to-one with a business owner, as I do one-to-one sessions with people running businesses. Obviously, that's part of what I do, and I love them, by the way, and they're very, very impactful. It's mad when you get somebody else from the outside to look at your business, to look at your even thought process around what you're doing, and how you can really get benefit from a different person's perspective. And I've been doing them a long time, and every single hour call or half an hour call, there's always aha moments. You know when you get that, oh, click. I love that bit. And that's my objective, is to make sure there's aha moments during my calls. Anyway, an amazing call yesterday that I had with the client, and during the call, after we did the kind of businessy strategy, sales funnely chat of how this is going to work, and these are the steps, and maybe try this and this and this and come back to me, the conversation led to a pain point. And it's something I always ask people: what are you struggling with right now? Not just from the businessy side of what you do, but from your emotional side, from the what is the struggle around the managing of your day. And I think a lot of business coaches and mentors forget that bit, because it's really important to be mentally strong and emotionally strong when you're running a business. Any business. This is not just for creative businesses, for any business. It is vital, because if you're not centered and strong to deal with all the crap that comes at you, and we're going to talk about that crap in a second, then you're not going to survive it. You're going to have a meltdown. You're going to throw in the towel. This is too hard. I don't want to be dealing with all this stuff. And if you find yourself saying that, I don't want to be dealing with this. This is too hard. I didn't sign up for this. We're going to talk about that now. And there's a bit of a reality bite topic around this conversation. So the conversation that we're going to dive into is how to deal with the negativity, how to deal with the shit when it hits you. And I'm just going to talk about three different things that I think are important to talk about when we're diving into this topic. Before I do, I just want to see who's in with me, or am I talking to myself? It's okay to talk to yourself too. I do it on a daily basis. Thank God for multiple personalities. Thank you, aliens, for giving me that. Okay, who's in with me? Hey, Orla, how's it going? Hey, Alison, how's it going? Hey, Steve. Hey, Barrymore, how's it going? Barry says the one-to-ones have always been massively powerful, huge motivation. They are, and it's so good. Even with me or with somebody that you trust that does that, I highly advise you, even if you do an hour every 6 months, it really focuses you in on the things that you're supposed to be doing, or that you should be doing, and it's prioritizing, and it's all that good stuff. It's really, really powerful. Hey, Maura O'Connell, how's it going? The hands are out, Maura girl. If you could get my hands now, I'd love you to get my hands at some point. I have to make a trip down to Cork, girl. I hope you're well. Okay, let's dive into this. Hey, Helen Hancock, how's it going? Let's dive into this. So there's three things I want to talk to you about this morning, and what we're all, the overall kind of topic is this very dangerous time in your business and in even personally when you're getting the criticism, when that hits you, because it hits you like a ton of bricks. And no matter how hardy you are or how strong a personality that you have in your everyday, in your family life, in your work life, how educated you are, how skilled you are at what you do, nothing can prepare you for when you get hit with shit. And this shit can come in a variety of different forms. It can come with a personal attack on who are you to do this, you're not good enough attack on you personally, or it could be an attack on your business offering or your product, like a complaint or a really bad review on your social profile, right? It could be something like that. Or it could be competition attacking your business because they're fearful, obviously, of you taking market share. But that attack, it could be an attack from a family member or someone close to you questioning your choice of career or doubting your ability. They hit very hard. And what you'll find is, and from experience, both from working through this with clients and also from my personal journey of when you do get attacked like that, and maybe attack isn't the correct terminology for this because it's quite aggressive, but that's what it feels like, doesn't it? That's what it feels like. So it hits you like a ton of bricks, right? So the first thing I want to say to you is, when it comes, and for those of you watching that haven't experienced it yet, I'm going to ask you, well, why haven't you got that yet? Because my first point is, when that stuff happens to you and when you're getting the negative attack, for want of a better term, it means something very, very substantial with your work. It means you are shifting up and a bigger audience is seeing what you do. Because up to a certain point, you're going to be dealing with friends and family, you're going to be engaging with customers that you know personally. And when you go bigger with your work and when you reach more people and deal with more clients or customers, a percentage of them will criticize you, right? Or they will give you that negative feedback that's so very, very difficult to digest. This is good. So that's the first thing I'm going to say to you. Instead of looking at it like I'm positioning it initially as an attack, I want you to reframe your mindset around this criticism, around this attack, around the feeling that you have with this. Because with criticism comes creativity. So I want you to write that down. With criticism comes creativity. And what that means is, when you get the criticism, it means you're blossoming with your creativity. Why? Where is this going? It means you are actively reaching more people to give you that negative feedback, to challenge you with what you're doing. You're reaching more people. If you do not use your creativity, if you're not doing anything, if you're not creating anything, if you're not saying anything, if you're not trying to make a difference in your world, you are doing nothing. So with criticism comes creativity. So it is nearly a benchmark of you being productive around your creative work. So I want you to reframe the feeling when you get that criticism. Own that awful feeling, because it will come, and you cannot, and I would never suggest you push any feeling away and go, no, I'm not going to let this, I'm not going to feel this because I shouldn't feel it because it's creative. And your one said, I really believe that you have to feel that feeling of fear and questioning your ability, or questioning your movement with, or your choice of career, but don't let it define you, or don't let it be the narrative. And just like I talked earlier on Instagram about reframing the narrative, and I want you to reframe in your head the narrative that comes with that criticism. Yes, it hurts and affect them anyway. But what does that mean? That means I'm reaching more people. I'm doing something. I'm putting myself out there. I am making moves. I am making a difference. Whether that be positive or negative to some people, you are shifting. You are shifting in your business. So with criticism comes creativity. Thumbs up. Go into it, right? Go into it. Okay, that's the first thing I want to say to you. Criticism comes with creativity. You're making shit happen. Good on you, right? Now, that's all well, yeah, grand, Tara, it's brilliant. I'm making things, but still, like, this is hard. These people are, or this person is, it takes you over. It consumes your thought process. We tend to focus on the negative stuff all the time, and not all the positive things that are happening around what we do, or the happy customers, or happy testimonials, or really satisfied people that are engaging with what we do. And we zone in on to that criticism like it is the last piece of bread on earth. Why is that? Because it feeds that ego thing of wanting to make it better, of wanting them to say, I was only joking, you're actually great. We want to fix it. We want to make it better. We want everyone to be happy with what we do. Why do we do that? Because we're nearly feeding our internal insecurity of, if that's one person that doesn't like it, maybe they're right. Oh, crap. And the whole imposter syndrome kicks in. Oh, God, I knew I'd be found out. And it's that person that found me out. Oh no. And it feeds it, and we forget about all the positive. But I want you to analyze that criticism. When you do get that bad review, or somebody does send you an email to say, I'm not happy with this commission, like, this isn't what I asked for, I want you to, number two, look at that criticism as maybe not a criticism. Like, it is a criticism, but I want you to understand that not all criticism is bad. That we learn from criticism, constructive criticism. So after getting over the emotional damage of being attacked, no, let's not frame it like that. After getting over the criticism of putting yourself out there and reaching more people, after you get over that criticism, and I want you to look at that feedback as something that's quite important for your business, because you can learn from it. What are they actually saying to you? For an example, if someone, and this is a common thing, right? If you do commission work, if someone reaches out, you do a commission for somebody, they're not happy with it. I want you to, and that is a huge and a very difficult thing to digest after you putting in the work. I want you to look at your process with the commission. How does it work? How have you not communicated with them correctly, or do you need to look at your process? What can you learn from that criticism to improve your offering or improve your service? Or even a criticism like one that I got last year: you're running a cult. What? But I had to look at that. Does it feel like a cult to people? Like, that's really important. How can I not, or how can I, what's wrong with the way I'm doing things that it might look like that to somebody? Is that important to me, or is it just something that I have to just deal with and let that person fly with their thing? And that's up to you to decide. But the important thing is to learn from the criticism. So that's number two. Not all criticism is bad. And a lot of the time people are genuinely, can't pronounce it, want to help you with that feedback. And to them, it's feedback. And to you, it should be constructive criticism. So use it because it's gold. Okay, so that's number two. Number one, criticism. With criticism comes creativity. Number two, not all criticism is bad, and see what you can learn from. And the third one, and the final one, is don't give away your power, right? So, and this is important, and it really is so connected to the conversation I had yesterday with somebody on a one-to-one, where they were feeling attacked by their competition and not knowing how to deal with it, you know, from an emotional level, but from a strategic level as well. Should you get nasty back or stand your ground, or how should you deal with that? Like, you know, I think the important thing, and as I discussed yesterday with this amazing creative person, as I discussed yesterday, when you do get that criticism, you don't focus in on it. You focus in what is very important to you and your business, your customers, your tribe, your audience. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to say? And everything has to center back to that. If you go off on a tangent of trying to manage criticism and trying to aggressively spend time emailing back and forth, getting into a thread of attacks on I said this, you said this, and it feeds that negative energy around what you're doing, taking you away from the primary focus of what you do, which is your customer, how your work impacts your customer, and how you communicate that. That's your focus. Like everything else, you stick your two fingers up to. Taking too much of my time, too much of my energy, and you don't give that focus power away, because that's what nasty criticism does. And that's the meaning. Like, a lot of these people have zero emotional intelligence. They have shitloads of time on their hands, obviously, going around just criticizing people's stuff. And it's important that when those kind of trolls hit you, that you don't give your power away. And that power is your focus. Focus is your power. And if you give them your focus, they're winning. So don't give the focus away to that really nasty stuff, and understand that it's okay to block, to unsubscribe an email person that's giving you grief, to remove a person from your audience, from your page, from your group, whatever, however you're cultivating your audience. It is okay to do that, because this is your business and it's your heart and soul goes into it, and you have to protect that also. So I hope this helps. Just to recap the three things: criticism comes with creativity. Hurrah, you're reaching more people. Well done. Let's reframe it. Not all criticism is bad. So let's learn from it also. The stuff that comes back to us, right? Let's learn from it. And three, don't give your power away. So keep your focus. Don't spend too much time engaging with this stuff. Publicly, if someone criticizes you, always kindly reply. Always keep kindness at the center as well. I believe that's really important to me. Always have kindness in your thoughts, even with people that are kicking the shit out of you. Always reply from a kind of social thing. people tend to read criticism or bad reviews because they're trying to make a decision on something. And it's really important, if there's a public bad review, that you go in and you publicly reply, because people read that thread. And it's important to cleverly position yourself as someone that has the focus of the customer, and you get that. So that is one thing I definitely recommend that you do. Okay, they're my tips. I would love to hear in the comments, even now or on the replay, if you guys have had that experience with criticism and how it has impacted how you feel about your work and what you do. And is there anything that you would advise other people to do, or that you've experienced that you'd like to share? I'd love to hear in the comments. If not, and you're watching the replay, please feel free to drop a comment as well. Oh, hey Audrey, how's it going? Hey Monique, how are you? Hey Patricia, and hey Pamela, how's it going? Pamela, you're doing a great sound bath down in the yurt, aren't you? Will you put a link in the comments here for that, Pamela? I just was drooling over it recently on a thread. So if you're in, please drop a link in the comments. We'd love to hear about how that yurty stuff is going. It looks amazing. Okay, gang, good luck with the negativity. Embrace it. Don't focus on it too much, and always keep creative. I'll talk to you soon. See you next week, 11 o'clock on the Biscuit Box. Bye. Keep creative.